Hello everyone. In today's video I will discuss about the sampling techniques that we can use in SAS. There are different ways we can do sampling. It can be done for survey, it can be done to sample a data for different purpose. So we'll go one by one. First I will be using sample data SAS help.class here. In that there are 19 observation. But what I am going to do is that I am going to create an ID for that. I am going to number that, so that it will show a number, so that we can demonstrate how sampling is done in the later stages. So in the first stage I would sort the data, because to create this ID we need to sort by variable. So the first thing I would do is that I would create this sort or SAS help task and create a data sample. If you see this here, it's going to be like this. So it's sorted by age. The next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to create an additional variable called ID and would number it. So this n denotes to numbering that variable. So again I'm going to run this sample. There you go, you have 19 observation, and this ID has this unique 19 numbers here. Now the next stage would be to create a data where we would need only odd numbers. That means we want only IDs like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So for that I will use do technique. In that I am going to create this sample data sample 1. In that I will mention two obs. Obs is the observation 1 to 19 by 2 set sample, which is just data we created. Point is equal to obs. Output and stop. Output, because we are mentioning these two statements, that's why I am writing this output and stop, and we'll combine that. Now as soon as I run this, you will only see data with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So because we have given this statement do obs 1 to 19, because 19 is the total number of 19 observation by 2. So it will start from 1, it will increase by 2, so it will be 3, 5, like 7, 9. Now in the other case, if we do not know how many observations are there, we can give this statement data sample 2 do obs 1 to total obs. Total obs is the number of observation increased by 2. Set sample is the data set from where we are copying the data. Point is equal to obs. I could have given your ID also here, but if I give the ID, it's not going to show the ID in the output statement. That's why I'm mentioning obs here, which is the observation, so that we can trace it out, like, you know, it's taking only odd numbers here. Then we see no obs, we're defining no obs into total obs, output and stop, and it's going to show the same result. It's going to take the odd numbers here. Then we have the other sampling technique. In this, it will create one observation with one variable named var1 and assign a random number to it. The random number var1 is equal to n10. So this var1 would have a random number 0894. In the next step, we will create a data where there will be 10 observation, and for this 10 observation there will be one variable named var1 and assigns a random number as value for the var1, because here we are mentioning do I 1 to 10 by 1, so there is going going to increase by 1. This random is random number, and it's going to take this random number to all the 10 observations for this where1 variable. See, this is the random number it's assigning to this where1. This I statement, you can also delete that I statement during the data step compilation, but I'm not deleting. I just want to show you that. The next one is that how to create a random sample with replacement. There will be random integer between 1 and the total ops. This if you see this data set data sample size, which I mentioned, I'm dropping this I variable I to the sample size is because we only want out of this 19 we only want 10, because for our I'm going to show only 10. We can have it 12, 13, as many as you want. Then this 2 I'm going to mention 2i is equal to sample size. Sample size is because we are taking it 10. Observation is seal ran uni 0 into total ops. It is like when I'm defining this, like iteration 1 to total ops. Total ops is 19 years, so but we want 10 years, so that's why we are taking this to, iteration because normally when we define random it is like from 0 to 1, but we are defining it 0 or 1, we are defining it 1 to total ops. Total ops is 19. Out of that it's going to take 10 sample 10 random samples. Set is the sample data set. Point ops, no ops is equal to total ops. See, it's taking this sample E5 16 8 to 17 6 13. These are the ID numbers, so it has taken third observation first, 5th, 16, like that. Other one is random sample without replacement. This is a sample without replacement, cannot contain duplicate observations, so that once it takes observation from the data set, it's not going to again take the same value. So this is slightly different from that, and the code is also different for this. Creating a data work subset, drop ops left sample size is 10, ops less total ops 2, while sample size is greater than 0, ops plus 1, ran uni equal to less than sample size divided by ops left and 2. Set sample point ops, no ops total ops output, and sample size equal to sample size 1, and ops left is equal to ops less minus 1. And so once I run this statement, and when I run this again, this will be random sample of 10. In here the ID is 1 2 4 5 9 11 13 18 19, so it's in a different sequence if you see that compared to the earlier example. So these are some of the sampling techniques. I hope you enjoy the video. You can share with your colleagues and friends. Thank you very much.